Hey y'all, so I am Jessie Ray for those of you that don't know me, and I have been in the network marketing for like 4.5 years now. And just an FYI, y'all, and I probably shouldn't even say this, I just did like 10 minutes of recording myself and then realized I never clicked the recording button. So we're not all tech savvy, we're learning. Everybody is learning. We all start from don't knowing anything. But here I am. I did get it to record. So anyway, so y'all, my thing is my what I'm going to talk to y'all about today is how to get yourself in front of new people. So, first of all, I want to give y'all just a little story of myself, like how I got into this. So, I dabbled in this a couple of times before network marketing, and it was really before Facebook and stuff come into play. So, you had home parties and belly to belly and all that stuff. Y'all, that just wasn't like my cup of tea. I did not have the passion. Like those things weren't like for me. And so years went by and I was at a job just not liking it. Not I mean, I've never liked to have a boss for one, but I knew I needed change. Not only because I didn't like my job, but because my health was declining. So, y'all, whenever 4.5 years ago, I was like 39, I think, this fell into my lap. And I began to take these products, and I really started for the products because I wanted something to help me. And I done tried everything, and it was just crazy that nothing worked. So anyway, I tried the products, skeptical, and I fell in love with them. Like day four, I fell in love, and I began to show it, I guess, in myself, not really trying to. But anyway, I was going to work and being around my family and all that stuff. And people started asking, what are you doing? Like, you're starting to look better. You're losing weight. You're more energetic. You're nicer. And, you're more friendly and talking and things like that. I was even singing out loud, and I do not do that. But that began my people. So when you're trying to think, how am I going to get myself in front of new people, and you're a beginner, you have people already. You have all your family, you have all your friends that you work with, you have all your Facebook people, your Instagram people, your wherever you are on platform, those are your people. So those like whenever I started sharing and being excited about what I was doing, especially when people started noticing and asking about it, that's when my list started growing. And that's when my journey in this really flourished and took off because I was able to turn my 2 weeks in like just a few months in down the road. That doesn't happen to everybody. But if you get excited about it and you start telling people about it, don't be scared. I was scared, y'all. Like, but they came to me because they noticed me, like my coworkers and my family. But that's how it really got the momentum going. And once I got everybody started seeing, they wanted to try it and all the things. And that's how I was able to create that income to where it was making more than what I was going to 40 hours a week job. But y'all, that's not where it stopped. I saw the vision. Like all the times before, I never caught the vision. And that's what you got to get. You got to get the vision of what can you get out of this? This could be huge for you, for me, for everybody. Because I know personally, yeah, I'm not a millionaire yet, but I am living some of the dreams that I had because my dreams was to um, not have to clock out 40, and go in and build somebody else's dream, not to leave my home, not to leave my kids. When my husband works and he's off all summer, I wanted to be home with him because he's gone all spring and all fall. I didn't want to miss out on that in the summertime too. So I had to find something. But my main thing was to just feel better. But then that's whenever it all kicked into gear. People started noticing, people started buying and bump me up, bump me up, bump me up. So and that's what you got to do. But y'all, when you're trying to find new people, like you have people, start being excited about it, start sharing it. They're going to notice. And then that's when it's going to take off for you. So start like if you're on your Facebook and you're like because social media is like huge in growing a business right now. It's way better than belly to belly, and it's way better than not knocking on doors. Some people did, but home parties and leaving your house all hours in the evening and things like that. Because I did that before. Worked all day. I did my home parties at night. That didn't work out so well. That didn't last a long time. And I wasn't successful at it. But I have been successful at this. I am living the dreams that I dreamed of. And I still have dreams that are to be met. Like I want to retire my husband, and I want to be completely debt free, and I want to do all the things, but they will come because I'm not going to give up. And you never fail until you quit. So don't quit and you won't fail. You're just constantly building and getting closer and closer to reaching those dreams and goals that you have. So don't quit. But whenever you're on Facebook and you're like, I've been doing all the things and I'm not getting any engagement. Nobody's talking to me. I've done talk to everybody on my friends list. Okay, y'all. That's where you got to start growing your audience. You got to change your audience. There's, I don't know the numbers, but there's like millions and billions of people on social media. You're not limited just to the ones that you have in your Facebook profile right now. You should be constantly adding and deleting, adding and deleting, adding and deleting, because you want to see new people. But whenever you're in Facebook and you're doing all that, okay, now you're still like, I don't even know what to do with the people that I have right now. Okay, so I'm going to help you out with that. Whenever you are uh, going through your Facebook posts, when you're going through your stories, when you're going through your reels. I know reels can be tough for people. So you should definitely, as a beginner, be posting and posting in your stories. That is two things that you really, really need to do to build your business, because that's where it's at. Reels are huge. They're like number one now, but I know it can be scary because it's videos and it takes more time and things like that. But you're always building those skills and improving. So it doesn't matter if you don't start out good. Crap. If y'all go look back at 4.5 years ago when I first started mine, oh my God, it's like terrible. Right now, I still don't feel like my stuff is as good as some other people. But don't get stuck in that comparitis either, because you're constantly growing and you're constantly getting better. So that's where you got to keep your mind and focus and all the things, and just know that you are improving every day, just a little bit every day. You're getting a little bit better. You're learning new things every day and you're implementing them. That's how you grow, and that's how you get to meet new people, and that's how you are going to become successful. So we're going to go start with like just Facebook, just regular old Facebook. Whenever you are on your Facebook and you made a post and you got all these people that liked it, some of them might comment. Okay, that's your people. Were interested. They took enough time to like it, to comment. Those are the people you are going to go to, and you're going to go in their messenger. You're not going to be cheesy or anything crazy like that. And I've got a whole bunch of scripts that can begin a conversation, because right now all you're doing is just being a human being, just starting conversations, just and these scripts will be in our boards app, and I might see about putting them in maybe the comments or something in under this training. But these will make you not feel cheesy, because I mean it's just simple things. But first you're just going to go in there on those people that viewed your Facebook post, and you're going to look up their profile and you're going to check them out. Do you like these people? Are they somebody that you can relate to, talk to? Just as long as they're not something like you're like, oh my God, they're posting that and that and that. If that's how you feel, then delete that person, because you don't want them on there, and then add somebody else. So what you're doing is you're going through these people and you're just creating that conversation, whether it's just a happy birthday or whether it's just I just love your little dog, what's its name or whatever. Just somehow you are making a conversation in that messenger. And then a lot of times people like to talk about themselves. So they're going to go like a whole story of how they got the dog, why they named it that, whatever. And even the happy birthday, you got any plans? They're going to answer you. And if they don't, so what? Go on to the next conversation. But that's how you're going to get the people to start building on that list. all those people, you can write their name down. And then we're going to go over a 333 method in just a little while, after, later on in this training on what you can do with those names that you have written down. And this list can get huge, but that's okay because every time you go and you're like, I don't know who to message, you got a list. So anyway, so write those people's names down. If they commented on your post, you comment back. Do not leave any comments uncommented. I don't care if it's a heart, like you love it, and then you comment with a peace sign, whatever. You're going to comment, but I prefer words, just to build that relationship. Because once people start seeing you more regularly, they're like, oh, I know her, and then you become like you're connected, like you're friends, and you're not friends, it's just social media friends. But once you start building that like, know, and trust with people, and then you start putting in your post on how you feel better or how you lost weight or whatever your focus is on promoting your business, then people are going to start being like, I know that chick, and it's just a easier way to build that connection. So whenever you are promoting something, they're more likely to raise their hand, want to know what you have. Now, stories, same thing with stories. When you put a story up and you have all that list of viewers, you can see them, you can see their names, you can see how many times they viewed and all the things. Write all those names down. And you can even go in those, you can go and make a conversation with those people too. And if they could have just that little green circle on their name in Messenger, and you could be like, hey, I saw your green dot. I just wanted to stop in and say, hey, that's it. Those people are going to say hey back. And then you're like, hey, it's awesome weather or whatever. What's the weather like? Don't feel cheesy about anything. If that's not your type of conversation, then make a conversation that's the way yours is. But you can just say, good morning. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Good morning. Thanks for your support of my stories. I haven't seen you in a while on here. How are you? There's a whole scenario of different scripts that I have available that you can use to make these conversations so you're not like, oh my God, what do I even say? Because we are all like that in the beginning. We're all like, oh my God, you're just so nervous and you're so scared. And that's normal. Everybody starts that way. Nobody starts any job knowing already what to do. When you get a job, you got to go and you got to train. So that's what you're doing. You're training yourself to know what to do so you can feel better. And the more you do it, the more comfortable you get, and it just becomes easy. But when you have some ideas of scripts and things like that, it does make life easier. So those will be provided later on. Now, okay, so that's Facebook. You did your post, you did your stories. If you're doing reels, you have a whole new view list there and people that comment. Go message and write those people down. So you have a huge list. I have a notebook where I have a whole list, and then I make 4 columns next to their name and I check it off like every time I talk to them, because whenever I get to that 4th time, I'm going to pop the question. So, and sometimes it happens before, and sometimes it still don't feel right, and it might take a little longer. But you have that list, and what they're who you're talking to, because they have commented on a post that you made. And there's another training that is all about your figuring out what to post. So whenever you keep that relatable to what you're promoting, and not like a commercial, but your lifestyle and your brand and what you're promoting, those people are commenting on those things. So that's where the person you're talking to has interest, just not yet. They're not ready yet to make a purchase or to join you in your team. But anyway, so that is how to do Facebook. Now, if you have Instagram and you're trying to build your audience there, trying to figure out, get your list, it's the same thing, y'all. And you can even make your post go from Facebook straight to Instagram. So you're not doing it twice. It just shares it automatically over there. Those people, you go over there, and it's a little harder because sometimes their profiles won't let you message or anything like that. But you still have a whole bunch of viewers over there. Interact with those people. And then you, on your reels and Instagram, same thing. You can see who viewed it, interact with those people. Same thing, write their names down, check them off as every time you talk to them. And then whenever you're doing carousels and Instagram, that's another way to get people to notice you, and it's because you're providing value on what you have, what your business is, what your life is. You're doing little carousels, which is like 10 pictures in a row, but each one, it's not just like pictures, they have a value on each one of them. Go, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to Instagram, find somebody's carousel, which is a row of pictures, and look and see how they're doing. Like they will have uh like one picture, and every wording on it will be something different, but it's providing value on some point that they're trying to make. And then down in the description of it, they're going to give some more value, and they're going to ask you, comment if you want to know what I'm doing, or comment if you want to join my group, or comment, whatever. They're going to give a call to action telling you what to do. But those are your people on how to find new people, how to get yourself in front of new people. So there's other ways too, y'all. You can go search hashtags, and those people are having a problem that you can help them with. But what the thing is though, is you're not just going to go in there and be like, uh, I saw your post on this and I just wanted to tell you what I got. Don't do that, because they're just going to be like, ugh. So what you're going to do is you're going to scope these people out. You're going to write their name down. You're going to write their pain point. Even whenever you're scrolling Facebook or anywhere and you see somebody has made a post, hey, is anybody having knee pain? Or does anybody know how to make your hair grow? Or whatever their question might be, you see that they're talking about, what are y'all using for energy or whatever. Write their name down, write their pain point down, because they told you on Facebook or wherever. Write it down. And that way, what you're going to do is you're going to go check out their page, make sure it's somebody you want to be friends with, and then you're going to friend them, and you're going to start that conversation. And even if somebody friends you, they're you're going to thank you for the friend request. You're going to check out their profile, make sure you want to accept it, because sometimes it's delete right away, block, delete right away. But sometimes you want to friend them because this might be a person that you can help later on. So what you're going to do is, uh, when you're going to those hashtags, search knee pain, or search sleep, or whatever, it's going to bring up a bunch of people, and just go check out those people. Now, the whole thing, that sounds like a lot of work, right? But we are in network marketing. That's what we do, is we pretty much are scoping out people that we can help. We target them, and we try to help them. But there's a strategic plan on how to do it. You don't want to just pop in their messenger box, because it does sound cheesy. So you don't want to feel that way, and you don't want to make them feel that way. So once you find a person that has, you have already identified what their pain point is, then you can start making posts around that. So if they're having trouble with sleeping, go to your stories, make a video on um, you making your night drink, or talking about it, or whatever. Or if somebody's lacking energy or trying to lose weight, go make a post about it on Facebook, or and in your stories, and make a reel. You want to kind of split it up so it's not like bam, bam, bam. But what you're doing is you're providing information kind of indirectly, because what you're going to do is when you make that post, you're going to go to their page, because you got it wrote down. You're going to go to their page, and you're going to like on their stuff. You're going to like it or love it. You're going to comment on some stuff. You're going to go to their stories, and you're going to like and love and comment in their stories. Because you know what's happening is, whenever you're doing that, they're going to start seeing your page. And then you've got all this stuff laid out, bam, 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 of what's working for you. And maybe you're sharing a customer testimonial or something like that, or somebody in your customer group, testimonial group, that may not even be your customer, but they're okay with you sharing their story. Maybe you sharing something like that, that is of value to that person, but you're engaging with that person. So whenever you do that, it's just the algorithm on Facebook and Instagram and all of it, is when you start liking their stuff, they're going to start seeing yours. And when you have your Facebook all lined out, then they're going to start seeing that. Things don't always happen right away. It might take a little while, but you got their name wrote down and you have their problem wrote down. So you can constantly do that. And eventually, usually it takes like seven, I don't even remember all the numbers and stuff, but it takes several times to build somebody's trust up to be like, yeah, I might try what they got, because I can see that it's working for them, and all the people that they're showing and their stories and all that stuff, it's relating to them. And then, whenever you're trying to figure out what to post and all that stuff, y'all, remember the person, like if you didn't just start, or even if you just started, what is your problem? What is your struggle? What is your pain point? That is what you're going to talk about. And especially once you've gotten past it, because you can relate to that person, what you were feeling, how it was and what worked for you, and you can give them value because you've been there, you've done it, you've already conquered that, you've already been through that. But y'all, whenever you are trying to pick that person, it's just write their names down and keep up with the conversations, because we're going to go into this 3-3 method. And it's really simple. So that's why I have 4 columns. By when I write their name down, I'm going to write, you're going to talk to them about 3 times before you ask that question. So you're commenting 3 days in a row. You're going to comment. And most of the time, you can find these people in your stories because they're watching every day. But it doesn't matter who is on your list. You're going to go do this, even if it's somebody you want to work with. Like you see on their page that they're posting. They're not scared to share their life. They're already doing the things. Write their name down on a separate thing to that you can go and engage on theirs, especially when you're making a business post. So you can go engage on their profile so they can see it whenever, see your stuff whenever the algorithm kicks in. So for 3 days, you're going to comment on these, go to their Facebook page, and you're going to comment on the first 3 posts, or like it and love it. Comment on at least one of them. Or keep going down a few more times. I wouldn't do like crazy, like, oh my gosh, you just like 20 things all at one time. You might have to do 5 or whatever, but you're gonna or skip around a little bit, but don't go like way, way back. But you should be able to find something that you can comment on and love. And you'll do that for 3 days, commenting and loving. You're going to go to their stories and comment and love for 3 days in a row on at least 3 of their stories. But you're going to repeat that for 3 days in a row, and you're going to check it off in that little check box. And then on the last day, I do it on the 4th day. On the 4th day, then you can come out with, you also have, during those comments, especially in Messenger, like on the stories, that brings it right to Messenger. You're already talking to them. So you should have conversations going. You don't want to just like all these things, never had a conversation with this person in Messenger, and then pop the question. So you want to make sure that you did have some type of conversation with them for, at least 3 times. And then you can ask, be like, hey, I would kick myself if I didn't ask you. I think you're amazing. Your page is da 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 da. I'd love to work with you. I don't know if you keep your options open, but when it comes to making money, but I help women make an extra $500 a month or more from their phone, sharing some awesome products. And you can talk about our amazing dose duo system. Really helped me lose 50 pounds. Are you open to take a look at it? If not, no worries. So you just kind of pop in the question. Sometimes you just got to rip that Band-Aid off. Don't be scared, because these people, they're not going to come through the phone and eat you up. They're not going to come through the phone and smack you or anything. So just don't get too scared. Don't get in your way, and just pop the question. If you never pop the question, then the answer is always no. So don't get attached to whether they say no. Go to the next person. It's a lot of times it's no, it's not now. It's not no forever. It's just no, not right now, because they might need a little more of watching you. They might need a little more of that. I have people that have been watching me for all 4 years and just order or just sign up. Sometimes it takes longer for people than other people. It's just the way it goes. That is part of network marketing. It is work and it is networking. That's what we do. It's social networking. So, but it's awesome because it can lead to reaching your goals and retiring yourself and your spouse and being home with your kids and all those things, having that extra money to go on a vacation, to pay your bills without having to get into your savings account, being able to pay off your car. One of my huge things from way back, I hated when I could only go to the gas station and pump $10. I go fill up my car now, every time. I'm driving my dream Jeep because I don't have to make that because y'all all know Jeep gas mileage sucks. So if I were making that 40-minute commute to work and then a 40-minute commute back home every day, there's no way I could afford that gas. But now that I'm working from home, I can. So I'm having my dream come true with driving my dream Jeep that I've always wanted. And, but things like that is what you're going to get out of putting in the work. Nothing happens overnight. You have to plant those seeds and then you have to water it until it's time to harvest it. It's just the way it is. But so you have to be willing to put in the work. When I started this, I worked at 40 hours a week. I did my messaging and stuff. I worked my business with my DMOs in the mornings before work, on my 15-minute break before lunch, on my hour lunch, on my 15-minute break after lunch, and in the evenings. And then after I got home and did all the things, I had to sacrifice stuff. I had to sacrifice TV time. I had to sacrifice going hanging out with family time, whatever, because I had a goal. I knew that it was going to take work, but I saw the vision. I knew that I could be successful at this. I just had to not give up. And I had to do the things to build those skills to get to that point, y'all. There's no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs because you have to learn and you have to implement. And you have to learn a little more. You have to implement. You have to learn a little more. And it's constant. Y'all, I'm still learning. I'm still implementing. But I am learning and I'm teaching y'all so you don't have to go through all that other crap trying to figure out what to say and all the things. And this is free training. A lot of companies out there, they have to pay for their training. They have to pay for their team trainings, like in their company. It's not free to everybody. Not all companies are like that, but you should be very proud and happy that you have a company and team that pours into you and you're the only one stopping you. You're the only one making it where you're not successful. Yeah, it takes skills. But what you got to do to build those skills? You got to do personal development every day, at least 30 minutes a day. You can't do 30 minutes, do 10 minutes because 10 minutes is better than no minutes. You know what else you got to do? You got to do the work. You got to do your DMOs every day. You got to be consistent because you know what people's looking for whenever you're getting into something like this? They're looking for you to quit because they can say, oh, I knew that wasn't going to work. That didn't last long and she's already gone and done something else. She's already quit. I knew that wasn't going to work. Don't quit. And so if you want to be successful, keep showing up. And if you want to know how to show up and things like that, plug yourself in. Your team, your company has trainings. There's all the things that has all that information. You have to plug yourself into it. You can't just sit back and be like, we don't know what you want, what you need help with. We don't know how to help you unless you talk to us, and we don't know how to help you unless, or we don't even know you want help if you don't show up, So if you're not showing up into the trainings, if you're not showing up into the recordings, if you're not engaging on anything. Like if you watch this training right now and you didn't at least comment or you didn't at least like it or something, I don't even know you watched it. So I don't know that you care. So I don't even know that you were here. So you have to engage. You have to marry the process of doing the work. You have to show up every day and be consistent at it. Now that is basically how the 333 works. you're just going to eventually just pop that question, whether it's to try your product or whatever. If y'all go look in the trainings in the back office, and y'all trainings takes, I know it's like overwhelming because, oh my God, I got to watch this video. Oh my God, I got it. That is how you're going to learn. If you don't put the time into learning, you're never going to be successful at your business. You just can't. You have to do the things. I don't know anybody that didn't have to start down here on the bottom, scared as crap, and put in the time to get successful. So if you want to make two, 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, $7,000 a month, I don't care if you just want to make the $500 a month or $100 a month. You still have to do the work. You can't just go. You don't go to work till you're 9 to 5 and get a check if you don't do anything, right? So you have to do the work. So you are the only person stopping you from being successful. Stop saying there's no people to talk to. Stop saying I've done told everybody, I'm just talking to the same people over and over. That's not an excuse. That tells me you're not doing the work. You have to do the work. You have to grow your audience. You have to change your audience. Your story stays the same. Your audience is different all the time, whether it's in your stories, your reels, your Facebook post, your TikTok post, your Instagram post. There's so much out there that you can always have new people to talk to. If you're at work, yeah, that's the same people you're going to see over and over. But you know what? You show up every day and you make your coffee or your pink drink or your lemonade or your peach tea or you take your pills or whatever every day at work. So they can see you doing it, whether it's eating healthier or anything that's health and wellness. If you're just walking around on your lunch break instead of sitting on your butt all hour, do something where people notice that you're doing this every day. And they're like, man, how do you have the energy to do that every day? Oh, it's these pills that I take, or oh, it's this pink drink that I drink. It's a constant talking to people and letting them see you. And if you come on there on Facebook or wherever and you're not excited, like you're not, I've been drinking this drink, y'all, and it's giving me so much energy. Are they going to believe that? No. But if you go on there and be like, y'all, this pink drink right here or this whatever, it's freaking awesome. Every day I drink it. I go kill my workouts. Just be excited. That's a little exaggerated, but be excited about it. Show up. You got something out of this, whether it's $50 a month. A lot of people would kill to have $50 a month extra. That might be their groceries. That might be part of their light bill or whatever. You have something to get to show people and to be excited about because you're here. So anyway, y'all, whenever just make sure that you're making your list. That's your people. That's how you get in front of these new people every day because you have that list to talk to. Just make your product list, make your business list, and add people every day. Every day before your stories expire, go view those people, write down the new ones, talk to them, view their page, like on them. I don't care if you do it for a month instead of 333. Like those people, look on their profile, especially the ones with the product problem, like they had a pain point. Make sure you're engaging with those people. Go on their page and like those people. Create those conversations. Tell them happy birthday when it's on your birthday. Every day, happy birthday. It can be overwhelming. That's why I found this program. I have this lady help me set it up. $15 a month. Does all my birthday stuff. You know what it does? It cuts out a lot of time because you don't have to do that. You can totally go in there and do this every day. And I did it for years. But it saves me time because only the ones that respond back with thank you or answering my question, what their plans are, those are the people I'm going to have a conversation with. All those that just ignored it, I'm not even going to waste my time to talk to those people. So it saves me tons of time to have that. And it's like $15 a month. So, just a thought. If you don't use one already, it's freaking amazing. But monetizing your social media isn't really that hard, y'all. You need consistency and you need to buckle down and do the work. You have to focus. If you're Like I have to sit you can do your DMOs in like an hour. And there's a training where I had done showed you how to do it in an hour. And if we have to do another one, I'll do another one. But you could sit down and make sure nothing else takes you away from your desk or wherever you're working. Do your DMOs, do them every day. Sit down and do your hour of work. Then later on, if you have another free hour, do it all over again. And then if you have another one, another free hour, do it all over again. That's 3 hours of doing all the work. That is going to like hugely grow your business in time. Nothing happens overnight. But so remember these 7 things whenever you're trying to build your business. You need a product. We have an awesome freaking product. You need to brand yourself with who you are. So people go look at your page and later, they could like whenever, okay, so if y'all follow me, y'all know like when they say, what about that girl, Jessie Ray? You know that talk about my grandbaby all the time, my family all the time, my animals all the time, exercising all the time, healthy foods all the time, because I like to make meals that I love, healthier ways. But that's the thing that people need to um, know about you, like branding yourself. Like what are you giving value on? Because like my sister, it's farm. They live on a farm, so whenever people hear her name, they automatically think farm. And they also see the drink because she's always making her drink and things. So that is how you're branding yourself. And there's a training on that as well, on how to narrow that down, like how to figure out who am I? What am I good at? So that'll help you plug in your calendar of knowing what to post about every day. You need a mentor to help you learn faster. You can take the long road and do it trial and error by yourself, or you can go find somebody that's successful, do what they do. That's personal development. Find somebody you relate with that you like to watch and getting value out of, plug into them, do what they do. You're going to see growth. Like if I could, I don't know if y'all could get it. If I could really snap, I would like make it loud for y'all, but that's all I got. I don't know why. So find you a mentor, whether it's in your team, on the outside, whatever. Find somebody that you like and they are successful. Don't go to somebody that ain't never been successful before and listen to what they got to say. Did it work for them? Heck no, that's why they're not successful. So find somebody that is. And then you're simply going to plug yourself into the trainings that are provided for free. There are so many mentors out there that offer free training. That is their thing. That's how they catch you. That's how they pull you in, is because they're giving you free value. And then eventually, you're going to buy something that they have to offer, whether it's an additional training or more in-depth training of what you're struggling in or whatever. That's the thing. You give in that value. So whenever you do offer something to buy, people are going to buy it because you have been giving them tons of value and pouring into them. So find something that you can give value on, whether it's the healthy recipes or whatever. And then you have to post your content every day, giving value. So you have to post every day. When you make a post, you look at it. If it's not making them smile, if it's not making them, educating them on something, if it's not inspiring them, then you might want to think about what you posted. So just make sure you're giving value every day. And then you have to talk to people. That's number 6. You have to talk to people. So once you're doing all those things, and like I said, you made that post or whatever, and you got all those viewers that liked it or viewed your story or whatever, talk to those people. That's how you're going to grow. And then the last thing, y'all, this is where the fortune's at. Follow up. So if anybody has ever raised their hand and said, hey, what are you doing? What are you taking? And you plug them into the video and you plug them into the ATM group and you plug them in, to all the things, and they still didn't buy because most of the time they don't on day one. There is a whole follow-up system in my trainings as well that you can go catch. And it's going to show you how to do all those follow-ups. Usually by the end, they're gonna buy from you. But if not, keep giving the value, keep showing up. And like I said earlier, might be a year from now, they're gonna pop in and be like, hey, send me that link. I've been watching you and you look awesome. Can you send me that link? Because I want to try it now. But so many times it's just not, it's no, not right now, but it's not no forever. So anyway, yo, I can't say this enough. Stop waiting. What are you waiting for to show up? Whenever you're a lot of people want to get into this and then they back out, but what are you waiting for? What, are they just sit there? What are you waiting for? You might get hit by a bus next week and you didn't get to tell nobody nothing. So stop wasting your life on reaching your goals that you want or wishing for things to change, because nothing changes if nothing changes. You got to get the work done. You got to want it enough to do the work. Because if you don't want it enough to do the work, you might as well just wash your hands and don't stress yourself out. But if you see the vision, because you know it's there, crap, if I can do this, anybody can do this. Because y'all, I was an overweight, depressed, quiet girl, had no social media. Like I had high school friends and my family. And I have a huge family, so it was mostly family on my Facebook. So if I can be successful at this, quit my job, be here teaching y'all, which I had such social anxiety, I didn't talk to anybody. I'm an introvert. It's easier like this instead of belly to belly. So, but that's why this is so freaking awesome, because you can do this. It's just different. I know, like when I make a post or whatever, hundreds of people is going to see it, but it's so different than looking at you face to face. It's just easier whenever you're doing it on social media. So it's up to you to make things happen for yourself. Nobody is going to force feed you the information. Nobody's going to drag you. We will show up and we will help you, but you have to help yourself first. There's no way that we can make you do anything. They say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. But there's also a saying that if you run him hard enough and you bring him to that water, he's going to drink it. So, I mean, if you want it, you're going to do it. If you don't really want it, you're going to find excuses, and then you're not going to do it. And then you're going to be like, oh, that don't work. That's because you didn't put in the time. And I know this because twice before this company, I did it. I was in the social selling business, or belly to belly selling business. I didn't have the passion and I always had excuses and it didn't work. I was unsuccessful. And years went by before I saw the vision. But when I saw the vision, because I had a product that I loved, which people can make a fortune with this and never even try the product, but using other people's stories and excitement and all the things. But it really makes it more worthwhile and happy and all the things, as if you are a product of the product. And you can literally say and feel it when you say, this stuff has changed my life. So, I mean, that is where it's at, is whenever you can really have a heartfelt conversation with somebody, because you know what it's done for you and your friends and your customers and everybody. So, anyway, y'all, all those things that we talked about can be done on any platform. If you're just starting out and you don't want to be on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you don't have to. But the easiest thing about being more places than one with Facebook and Instagram is because you can share that content back and forth. So make sure whenever you're posting your Facebook post, have it set to where it goes straight to Instagram. When you're posting your stories, make it straight where it goes to Instagram. Or if you're doing them in Instagram, make sure it's going to Facebook. Your reels are the same way. You can do your reels in Facebook or Instagram and have it sent the other way. Then you can also download those reels, go plug it into TikTok, and you don't have to do nothing but that one. Yeah, you can get more techie and more involved with it later. But right now, you could use that one content and reach all three places. Why not? Right? You can even download it and plug it into YouTube. So that's 4 places. So you have more audience, more people. So don't ever ask yourself, how do I get in front of more people? Because I just told you, and it's so simple. You just have to do the work. Nobody ever said this was going to be easy. I mean, we're not out there building a house, sweating to death, and like physical work, but it's work. It is work. And if you want this to be good and successful and get all the things that you want out of it, allot yourself some time, get a schedule, get focused, get organized, and get like prioritize what you want. Prioritize your hour, at least an hour a day to do the DMOs to build your business. So there's no excuse. You are the excuse if you're giving excuses. And if your content isn't getting the engagement and things that you want it to, do personal development on how to create better content and then do it better. And you only get better as when you're doing it and whenever you're plugging yourself into those trainings where you're struggling. That's how you're going to be successful. So anyway, y'all, I hope y'all all have an awesome day, and I will see y'all on the next training. Bye, y'all.